Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part 57 of Persona 5 Royal. And in the last episode, let me be blunt, that was an episode. And Kaneshiro, let me be honest with you folks, they just basically gave that man the shaft.
Hey.
And let's be blunt, they gave him the shaft. However, we're going to spend most of those 15 days because the last day obviously is going to lead to a cutscene. We're going to spend the majority of the 15 days trying to get up as many confidant ranks as humanly possible. If not, going to mementos to grind, and also try to finish off Takemi's confidant rank. And for the most part, start some new ones as well, and try to make room and eliminate the old ones to make room for the persona for the new ones. That's basically what we're going to be doing for the next 15 days. Hopefully the twins don't need me to visit them again. But whatever the case, ladies and gentlemen, we must do as much as we can, especially with Torinosuke, before November 18th. That just needs to be said. So, right now, we basically are on the 6th rank of Temperance. And needless to say, after this we have 2 more before we have to go to mementos for her. I think 1 more before we have to go to mementos for her, actually, if I'm not mistaken. We have to do rank 7, and in order to start rank 8, we have to go to mementos. But that first answer we just did, hold on, I'll show you in a little bit once we get through that. But she is getting sick. Yes, our teacher maid is getting sick. She needs to take it easy. She needs to rest. Oh, by the way, first answer right here. Second answer right here. There you go. Pause if you want to actually see the answers. So, with that said, Kawakami is working herself half to death, not just as a teacher, but also as a sex worker. So, in other words, she is pretty much, due to lack of sleep, just exhausted. And Takase's guardians are starting to mooch off of her more and more. See, this is why I said that her confidant rank is the better one, because she's trying to at least pay these guys off out of guilt. It had absolutely nothing to do with her maid job, but everything to do to think that she thought she was to blame, but unfortunately the Guardians is throwing their blame on her. Anyway, we got super housekeeping, and up until rank 7, I should say. No, actually, when it comes down to rank 6 and 7, you won't be able to use that. No, we are at rank 6, sorry. When it comes down to rank 7, she's going to be in the hospital. You're not going to be able to use super housekeeping when we start rank 7 because of the fact of, her getting sick and all. I think the game actually acknowledges that. But after that, super housekeeping, by all means, you'll be making infiltration tools and getting laundry done with her while you're going to be doing something else. And that just makes things very, very convenient for you. Like I said, Kawakami is the best confidant rank in the game, at least one of them. So on that note, we've got another answer I made, and I think I showed it off to you. If not, just pause the video right where you saw the notes. Otherwise, we should be available for level 7 for Kawakami. And like I said, we have 15 days. I'll probably finish off for Yuji. I'll more than likely get on up to a certain level. I'll have to do a lot of things. But for now, we got a cutscene.
That Kaneshiro truly was an evil stain on society. Same with Kamoshida, and Madarame too. They hurt and exploited others just to satisfy their desires. Still, there were people around them who noticed their terrible deeds, weren't there? I wonder why they turned a blind eye. Why doesn't anyone help? So it's because they don't have the courage. Humans are so weak. Humans. Hey, do you think I'll really be able to become a human when I touch the treasure? Some memories came back. I tried to force myself to forget, but I really may not be human. Talk about a lukewarm response. Now that I think about it, I gotta be human. I am the core of the Phantom Thieves, after all.
You've already seen it in action because I have Morgana's Confidant item, but now you see where the rank is. Rank 5 will give you Pickpocket, so every time you use a physical attack, be it a physical attack regularly or a physical attack following into a technical, there's a chance that you will be able to steal from the enemy. And you'll be able to steal random items, sometimes even rare items. So with that said, since I've already shown off Pickpocket, I don't think there's much to say about that except we won't get the next level until after we finish the next palace. So that's where that is. Anyway, let's continue, shall we?
Come on, it's not good for you to stay up this late. Let's go to sleep.
Our master wishes to speak with you. Heed his words.
You've defeated the repulsive fiend of gluttony this time. Well done. I am glad to see you have devoted yourself to your rehabilitation.
You are not worthy of such kind words, inmate. I suggest you treasure them.
Do you recall the whispers about that strange man?
Even a chicken could remember something that important. Don't sound so cocky about it. This is about the cases of those people who shut down, is it not?
Indeed. I speak of another with powers similar to yours. If you are to complete your rehabilitation, you may encounter him eventually. Yet another thing for me to look forward to. It would be greatly troubling if you were to not strengthen your abilities. I shall grant you an ability befitting of your newfound growth. Consider it a gift.
Good news! Now when you do fusions and fusion alarms, and also hanging fusions, you now have a high Arcana burst. Bad news, this does not apply to Judgment Persona. Not until you complete the Confidant.
It's time, inmate. Return to your world.
Yeah, when we get the Judgment, you'll understand. Well, for this game anyway, not for the original 5. So with that said, we got ourselves a phone call.
Hello? It's me, Makoto. Were you sleeping? Thank goodness. There's something I feel I should let you know. Kaneshiro contacted me. Kaneshiro? He said he's calling off our debt. It seems he's disposed of all the photographs as well. And, my sister and her team have taken him into custody. What? It appears they did not want him to disappear, if you know what I mean. His group was called a mafia, after all. I wouldn't put silencing him past them. Does this mean we were successful in changing his heart? It's hard to say for sure yet. I see. What about those psychotic breakdowns that Kaneshiro mentioned? I'm not sure, but I assume he was talking about the incidents that have been all over the news lately. It really may be related to the other person who has been entering palaces. True.
That said, all we can do now is wait until Kaneshiro's change of heart becomes clear to us. Thank you.
Oh yeah, she did manage to get our phone number from Sojiro, so that's still a thing. Anyway, now we have a day where we could actually skip class. Or at least slack off. Since it's now gotten to... Actually no, because we have Kawakami's confidant present, she will randomly make teachers go to the office with a PA announcement so that you could do whatever you need to do. This won't just happen in her class. This will happen in other teachers' classes. So if you want to try to catch up on knowledge or catch up on anything else or even study, by all means do so. You want to try to get yourself any sort of social points. Now would be the good chance to do that. And if there's books you need to read, by all means, when the teachers go out of the room to allow you to slack off, read those books. Especially the speed reader book. That way, all you have to do is read it once, and that's it. You don't have to read it again. Probably speed reading book is the best addition to the game. And I think it was from Persona 3 Portable onward where speed reading books happen. So with that said, oh no, the controller. No, it's not working. Give me a second. Got it. Now it's back to normal. Yeah, it started acting up, and by acting up I mean it gave that damn third-party message. You won't be able to see it because it's like recorded from the PS4, but that third-party message normally shows up. It means that my controller is going to act like an idiot and not move at all. So I had to switch to a different controller. So, on that note, I can actually say that the principal is still looking for us.
Hey.
And also we can do something else. Ooh. You know, I could rank up I could rank up Ryuji or Yusuke, but I'm gonna actually start Makoto's confidant rank today, and there's a good reason why. I have her confidant gift, number 1. Number 2, the reason why I would rank up Makoto first before anything else. Oh, student council room. Go to the student council room. It's because of the fact that in order for me to actually get her confidant rank item to work, I have to actually start her confidant rank again in New Game Plus. But once we do,
Here.
God forbid, it'll make me showing off certain things a hell of a lot easier with, I think, enemies. Which, honestly, I won't need to do that anymore. So let's go on ahead and talk to Makoto and start the confidant rank for the Priestess.
Do you have a minute?
Oh, and for the record, you need a level 3 knowledge in order for you to do this. So, if you didn't get this by now, I suggest you study before you start doing anything with Makoto. And that's all I have to say about that.
Thank you very much.
It's the easiest way to get knowledge. And the fastest.
I'd like to talk to you about something. Do you have a moment? Up until now, I've been the quintessential honor student. I believe I've been handling my position as student council president with ease as well. And I don't mean that in a boasting way, that's simply how I've thought about it. But in the end, I was unable to make any kind of impact with either Suzui-san or Kaneshiro. Turns out there's no use for a rule-abiding honor student when things get rough. Now that I'm a member of this team, I want to do everything I can to help you all. All my studying up to this point has kept me quite narrow-minded. I think I will need to broaden my horizons somewhat. My first step will be to learn more about the other students, but I struggle with that. There seems to be a disparity between my tastes and those of my peers. Really? I hope you're right. But I don't even know where people like to go for fun. It would be nice to have a grasp of such concepts. Plus, the student council must be responsible for understanding the student body they serve, right? I don't mean that in a surveillance way. I just want to know them as people. I may be a phantom thief, but that's no excuse for me to start ignoring my presidential duties. Now, back to the topic at hand. Where do people usually go for fun? I often hear people talking about going to the arcade. To be perfectly honest, I've never been to one myself. Do you think you could take me? I'm not sure if it'll broaden my horizons per se, but simply studying won't get me anywhere. Thank goodness. I think I would have been totally lost in there had I gone by myself. Well, let's get going. So this is where everyone comes to enjoy themselves. There are more girls here than I expected. Hey, over there! You play by aiming the gun at the screen, right? That actually seems somewhat realistic. If it's okay with you, do you think you could teach me? I did it! No way! Ah! Oh, so this is how it is. Of course, that was just a game, but I wonder if I could apply some of the techniques I learned here during battle. Perhaps going somewhere I don't normally frequent is what helped me come up with that idea. You know, it may only be a little bit, but I think I'm starting to understand how people pass time. Interesting. I would have never even thought about coming here before. Hey, do you think you could help me out again later? I might be able to give the team more ideas if I can gain increased knowledge outside of my studies. I need to live up to your expectations now that I've taken up your time. Perhaps it won't be immediately, but I'm sure I can be of use.
There must have been people who obstructed your actions as the Phantom Thieves. You managed to overcome them because you had someone who specialized in analyzing enemies. Isn't that right?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Priestess persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
And now we have Makoto, which is going to make our job in showing off boss's strengths and weaknesses a hell of a lot easier. Shadow Calculus will also show off whatever items that certain enemies will drop, as well as certain skills they possess. And on top of the fact that she's available on rainy days, the only downside is her level 1's locked between a level 3 knowledge and her rank 6 is locked between a level 5 charm. So you have to max out charm before you max out this Confidant rank. And there's limited days, as you can see. She's only got 4 days out of the week and rainy days. And rainy days aren't that common, so there you go.
By the way, you went to the red light district when you were chasing after Kaneshiro, right? I'd like to go there as well. No, not for my own purposes. To tell you the truth, I recently got a report that one of our students was spotted there. I'm skeptical, but I'd like to confirm firsthand for myself. Well, it's getting late. Let's go home.
And thus begins the Confidant rank.
Thank you.
Now, to start things off, we'll have her go. Well, we can do Let's Go Again sometime, but the best one is to send her to the Red Light District. But since I already have a Priestess persona, that was rank 3. That actually gave me more than what it was supposed to if I didn't. You don't really have to have a Priestess persona to start rank 1, but rank 2 onward you will. It actually helps things to move along faster if you had a Priestess persona. And besides, you're going to get a Priestess persona anyway, either from Kaneshiro's dungeon or Kamoshida, because they had Priestess persona at the beginning of the game. So at least there's that. So at least it's easy to get the persona. I forgot to put that on the card too. But now we are... Oh god, I just realized we have the means to go and unlock Oya. God have mercy on our souls.
That article. Do you think the reporter we met at Crossroads could have written it? Just as I thought. The author is listed as Ichigo Oya. I see. This article might end up being useful for us. If the palace ruler sees it and his cognition of the Phantom Thieves changes... Hey, we'd be missing out if we didn't use this to our advantage. If we have her paint us in a positive light, public opinion of us will change for the better. You should go try and get her to write some more articles about the Phantom Thieves.
Just to be clear to all the people who are Oya fans, needless to say... Well, actually, we could go hang out with Akechi right now. Get him to rank 8 as quickly as humanly possible. That's all I gotta say for Akechi. But as far as Oya is concerned, the 25th starts to where you can actually meet Oya in the Red Light District and start the Devil Confidant rank. That means I'm gonna have to get a Devil persona in order for me to start that rank too. Jesus Christ. And then there's Fortune that we still gotta do as well. So I don't want to spend up all of my money before we start Fortune. Bear in mind, we're going to get all that money back when we get to Mementos. So there is that. Now, we could just go on ahead and troll this man and just say, got a sweet tooth, huh? It doesn't matter what we do, but let's just troll him about a sweet tooth. Because, yeah, this is the guy who said delicious pancakes. In all honesty, that sweet tooth of his is infamous on the internet. Now it makes me want to go get some pancakes.
It was quite nice.
But in the end, I'm just glad we managed to get to rank 3 with Akechi, because sometimes he shows up, sometimes he don't. But the times he did, I inadvertently went on a date with the twins. Or should I say, I took the twins to the gym. Anywho, we're going to troll him again. So what we're going to do is Well, before we do that, this is the second option we need to use, and let me just show you what I picked for that option right here. And thanks to me having justice, it didn't matter what I said, I would have gotten 3 right off the bat, which would make things move along quite smoothly. All the more reason why I have Raphael in there. Oh, I'll show off other justice personas, I really will. But not until after we're done with the Confidant ring. Well, quite frankly, I don't need to show them off like to play. I could just show them off that I have them in the compendium. So what we're going to do is troll this man to the best of my abilities and make him look like me. Wow. That's hilarious. I mean, Ren does keep it, or should I say Akira, because Ren was a slave name. He does keep his hair messy on purpose because he wants to be a brooding outlaw. But, dude, Akira in the manga, he was a goddamn troll. That's all that needs to be said. He is an absolute troll in the manga, so that stoic face of his, don't let it fool you. However, there was only one point where you had to move up the Confidant rank, but at least we're at level 3 now. Like I said, we need to just move the chain to level 8, so that way we'll be able to get that done. So we're at rank 3 for Justice. Does anything else happen? Probably at rank 4. So for now, we'll head back home, and I think we got one more question from him with the after phone call, and that will actually make things easier to boost him up to level 4. Again, there's only a few dates where Akechi's available. You can tell him it was fun, so that'll raise it up to rank 2 at least. That's the only one, and it's going to be rank 2 regardless of whether you have a persona or not. Because I have a Justice persona. I have Raphael, in case people forgot. Because that was supposed to be a 1 note, but that was raised up to 2. So, on that note, we are home, and thus we have 15 days out of the way. We should have 14 more to go. Of course, Makoto is calling us about the red light district. So chances are we're going to have to meet up with her, because it is a Sunday, and in the Sunday afternoon we're going to have to meet up with Makoto. Because I don't think... Wait, actually Yusuke is available as well. But we'll meet up with Makoto first, and then we'll meet up with Yusuke eventually. So, with that said, there's not much left for us to do this part. Oh, actually, no, it's 13 days left. Okay. Like I said, there's not much left for us to do except for to get some home shopping. Let's see, we got the Dark Power set, which gives us a black robe and a black... whatever the hell that is. And a Cursed Tool set, which gives us a 5-inch nails and straw dolls. Well, you got accessories, or... you know what? Let's get this. We need more Mudun stuff, just in case we run into enemies that are susceptible to it in Mementos and also in later palaces. Chances are we're gonna need it. So for now, I'm gonna call it a day. And I will see you all in the next episode as we continue 13 days before Kaneshiro Arc's end. I'm RVman985. Peace out, and take care.